Hi, you're watching Dead TV Live, broadcasting from Central Berlin and simulcasting from Reykjavik, Iceland. I've got somebody on the telephone, Brendan Chambers, out there from the West Coast, again, very late. Okay, here, I got you coming in, it looks like. How's it going?
Hey, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Just late night hanging out.
Yeah.
4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, how's that treating you?
Pretty good. I'm just kind of hanging out, outlining this album that I'm making with some friends. Just gotta write some shit down, you know.
Tell me what that's about. Besides shameless self-promotion. It's okay.
No, I don't have to.
No, I don't mind, actually. Go ahead.
Well, my friends and I, we used to be in this band a few years back, and then we had some issues with the drummer, and but yeah, we're playing again, and it's like this shoegaze. Mostly, it's like shoegaze kind of dream pop.
Okay.
Flying saucer attack influence kind of stuff, and they're all moving over to Seattle from Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
We'll see when we're just gonna get an album together like as soon as we can. It's gonna be a lot of fun, but
you hope.
Yeah. Well,
we've
had our mistakes, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So you had your fun.
Trying our hardest to make sure everything works out this time around.
Well, you know, you can do the symbiotic thing.
How do you mean?
Well, a little bit, you know, that people get a chance to get some things that they want out of it, but also with the hindsight, you tell some people you got to go like, look, man, it's like this. Ideas take precedent over non-ideals, even.
Yeah.
If you want to be an idealistic nothing, that's cool. The way that I'm going to help you, the way that I'm going to personally help you is you got to help me too. And part of that is I got to accomplish something. So it doesn't even talk about doing it. I got to actually accomplish it, and I need your help to do that. So if you're not down with that, it's like we're not getting anything done. But you may not even have to break that down to anybody. You know, I have a problem telling people what to do a little bit. I don't think I'm going to have that much of a problem in the future. But, you know, I let all these idiots fuck around, waste so many years of my life, and I got blamed for it the whole time. Like, you know, just because in...
Well, yeah, I mean, you get other people dicking around, and then someone...
Well, I mean, even to the junkie shit, you know, people don't even remember any of these people's names. And it's like Keith Richards' memory in reverse. You know, he takes credit for everything. I get blamed for everybody's everything, you know?
Yeah, but I guess that's just sort of the shit that comes with the territory.
Well, you got to lump in all that stuff with it, man. There's the actual people that are literally legitimately threatened. Then it's like, look at when Keith Richards talks about like America, like in his book about Americans being like that's such a front. That here's these skinny little, tiny little midget guys from England. Everybody's like, the guys are like, oh, what are you faggots doing? He's never seen nothing. His 6-week tours, man. Our tours were like 4 months. You know, I've seen it like my whole life. People, the whole barnyard pecking order comes right to me. And you guys don't even know shit. I mean, there's like lesbians walking down the street. You guys don't even know shit. You couldn't even have pink hair, man. People would be attacking where I was from. There was no Kurt Cobain to do with it. I was like more than a decade before that guy in California doing Nirvana, doing post-punk. There was no trailer park, nothing. You see, before Nirvana, I went up to Whidbey Island. One of my friends was doing a pickup for Hobie Catamaran up there where they were growing all that weed. I drove through all that shit. There was no such thing as Nirvana. Mudhoney, there was none of those fucking guys even existed when I started playing punk music.
When the whole grunge thing took off,
there was no such thing. Listen, I got arrested. No, I got arrested. I'm in the papers like in the early '80s. There was no Northwest punk rock to do with anything. There was, you know, the Wipers, like, there's the, do you know, like, the real shit is from the Sonics and stuff, from the 62 and all the crazy fucking shit. All that other stuff is just like God, you guys, we circled the wagon all the way back around to rescue your butts. Because that whole Pacific Northwest Sound goes, the Louis thing goes way back before any monkeying around, any Microsoft business. It's not as old as Boeing.
Yeah.
Boeing goes back before that.
You know, one thing that's kind of cool is, speaking of Boeing, that you don't get to see very often. That I
What
think
is the
fucking
headquarters? Because it's not there anymore.
No, it's when you see these planes that are like unfinished and unpainted flying around. They're just like these big unmarked planes. It's kind of freaky.
Yeah, especially because we live in that time, like literally where Paris Hilton could paint whatever jets, and it could be the Chinese Air Force.
Hey, 1 second. I gotta get my charger right here.
Look at that. That marriage. I think it was Bev Davies that was telling me about that marriage dresser or whatever for the kitchen. She was telling me about this thing that you got right behind you. So
this thing?
yeah, she said that those are called like a marriage bureau or something. She said that back in the old timey days, that the top part was supposed to come from one part of your family and the bottom part from your other. The kitchen marriage. Yeah, she was telling me that like the bottom part was supposed to be from like your pop, and the top part from your mom's family. And the old ones, they're supposed to be two different things.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got like two of those. I moved into this house on Capitol Hill. I live on the second floor, and there's just.
I would laugh, Brendan. I would laugh if your name was Will. Then you could just sing, "I'm just a Bill up on Capitol Hill, and it's lonely on top of the hill."
You know, I could change my name. It would be worth it for the.
So what do we got here? Like a Faroe Island print or something? You think? The sweater, or is it Iceland, Faroe Islands?
Yeah. I got this actually at the Red Cross in Iceland.
Yeah, but a lot of times they have those Faroe prints. It could be anything, but that might be Icelandic.
Yeah, I can't really tell. I've got my girlfriend has one, and hers is definitely more Icelandic because it's got these lines here that are a little more pronounced than on mine.
Sure. Yeah, I know the shop. I buy stuff for my friends whenever they're coming right to town. I just always stop in there and I grab one and just throw it to them at the airport. And I'm like, here, now you can look like an idiot too. Join the club.
Yeah, I as soon like when I was in Iceland, I had this.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did. I was there for like a month. It was the second time I was there. The first time I was there was in the summertime.
Yeah, that's a good time.
But, yeah, this time though we got to go down to Vestmannaeyjar.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it was fucking so cool. And actually, when we were going down there, we were driving, and we had the satellite internet thing on the laptop. I was listening to Dead TV on the way down there.
So cool. I can't wait. I want to actually, next time, next summer I want to go to Northern Fjords. And
oh yeah, up by like Akureyri or something.
Yeah, and I wanted to drive around the whole highway.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to do too, and because we had access to a car.
Yeah.
But since winter, like as soon as you get like north of Reykjavik, it's just like all the roads were done.
That's not necessarily a problem, but you know what we were having problems with is we were taking the mountain roads last winter. We were taking the mountain roads out to like different farmhouses or stuff where we want to go see something. We want to go to this secret like ice cave place, and we hit those hills, man, on the ice, and there's no way without the 4x, without two 4xs, you'd ever get up those mountains.
Yeah,
because you get about halfway up. I mean, with a full-on charge down a hill and up, you get about halfway up there, and that thing starts sliding in the four-wheel drive like a Subaru even. One of those station wagons, you're just not heavy enough. You just when
you were driving around, did you ever see those SUVs with like the monster truck tires?
Yeah, they're like
that?
flattened. Those tires are flattened a little bit. You know, one of the guys, the Porsche dealer there in Reykjavik, he had those monster tires on. He drove up Thorvinger, the mountain right there with the lake, in a Porsche, up that shield, that Viking Shield mountain. Just insane, up a complete ice mountain. He drove his Porsche all the way up the glacier. It's some sports show. You can watch it. It's just absolutely the most insane thing. But yeah, just giant.
She's got the stab car, but it actually is functional as well.
It was some weird Porsche that he modified. He was the dealer, and it was just jacked up with the monster tires, flattened with the ice nails, and just blazing in some turbo Porsche all the way up the side of a mountain.
So when were you there last?
When were we there?
No, when were you there last?
I'm asking my wife.
Oh.
Sometime last year.
Yeah, last year sometime. It's just been a while. I've been so busy, you know. I started touring, and I did Australia, and then just everything going on.
Oh yeah, how was the Australian tour?
Massive, you know.
Was it?
Yeah, of course.
How many shows did you play?
I think we played 10-ish. 10, but 10, 2,500 people shows or something.
Nice.
Yeah. So Cap Hour did 7, so we did 10. So that's...
You had like a good, decent turnout for all of them?
2,500 or more per show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more than you get like in the Northwest.
Not really, you know. It all depends, you know, because we can play a small place in Seattle, and then that's just what it is. We play Ambassador Theater or whatever it is, and Congress Theater. You know, it all just depends on what they let us do.
Yeah. You feel like it would probably work no matter the venue.
Well, look, I watched Dashboard Conventional. All these bands play with me right at Lollapalooza in Chicago, and they had maybe 2,500 people watching them, and they were the headlining act on the other stage, and we're playing, and we had like 35,000 people watching us.
Really?
Yes, really. And they stopped my counter like 4 years ago on. Right after we started MySpace Music, as soon as we got to 2 million, they stopped the counter. They stopped my counters on everything. I was just like, 2 million plays on our little radio on MySpace. Now they won't even let me on MySpace to check my shit. But you know what I mean? It's like the game is so rigged. I'm just like, whatever.
Was it a copyright thing? Like some
No. Like Brian Jonestown Massacre Radio. Just like our little player. Just so rigged.
Oh.
Because they're selling because they're selling like the concept that hey, this is some big way you can market your band. And then it's like, well, hi, I'm Warner Brothers Records. I just paid you all this money to market my band, and here's Brian Jonestown Massacre. He's got millions of hits. It's like Last FM if you look at BJM. You know, everybody thinks like, oh, Spiritualized was so fucking great or something, right? You look at BJM and we got like 15 million downloads. You look at Spiritualized and they got 3 million. And we're not even getting paid for that. It's like, wait a minute, look at all those ads and all that mumbo jumbo they're selling. But here's poor little BJM's not even in a magazine, let alone a Volkswagen commercial, right?
Well, you were on Boardwalk Empire.
Well, you know what, those guys at HBO, they were trying to make a statement. Boardwalk Empire is like an allegory also for like... See, I've never even seen the trailer for that. They just asked me, those guys,
Really?
they asked me how I felt because they know how I feel about like crass commercialism and the corruptness of everything. Because like I was just talking about just different aspects. See, on the one hand, it's a personality cult that appears to be about fame. And so you listen to Keith Richards and the Beatles crowd or whatever, and you think that this is like, oh, this is the be-all, end-all, because, you know, all the girls were pissing their pants and everything, right? And even the moms and dads were responding to John Lennon. Well, look, the Beatles' top seller was 325,000 copies, like in the 60s or whatever, right? The little zombies, poor little zombies came walking in like they were doing the wild thing, sold 1 million copies, and those guys were banned from America for selling 1 million copies, because that was dangerous. They couldn't control that.
You know,
that's the fact. So it's like my group. It's the same, not the same thing because we don't even have that kind of talent. But it's like completely out of control. So we don't even get to go to the races because we just snuff this shit out. And all practical wisdom is we shouldn't even be around, and here I am doing better, and all it just puts all that shit to shame. All those $1 million, marriages between corporations
Yeah,
plans and
you've
egos.
got.
Because here we are bigger than
sounds
ever.
like, yeah, really.
But let me go back to
tours, and you
HBO.
tour a lot.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, yeah, it sounds like. I mean, with the success of your tours that you've been having, I mean, it sounds like it doesn't really matter what HBO wants to do or say.
No, HBO is really cool. Let me go back to HBO. They just wrote me a letter and they said, Anton, how do you feel about using this song for this being on here? And I said, thanks, guys.
Did they do it by mail?
It was email. And I think that my manager, Ted fucking Gardner from Australia, I think he knew a little bit about the music programming guys over there. Like maybe he had some.
Oh, hey, I was gonna ask. I saw on some of your pictures you were doing some DJ stuff.
Yeah.
In Iceland. Was that all at Circus, or did you do any of that at Bacchus?
I DJ around here, there, and everywhere. Not too much. I don't like to do it professionally, but I like a good time.
Yes, just kind of for fun.
Yeah, just checking stuff out. So we are watching this. We're watching our show. We're doing our show. Skype's all messing up. The world's just going crazy with the internet today.
Yeah, well, you got Egypt.
Well, it's not just Egypt. It's all over.
Internet's not doing too bad.
Yeah. Well, evidently President Obama told him to turn that junk back on.
Yeah. I saw in an interview he said that we're allies with Egypt because they're supportive of Israel, but he said a free government needs to have free internet.
Well,
it's like these fucking Egyptians need to get on Facebook stat. Apparently.
No, they stopped. No,
they're looking in the streets.
No. You see the whole thing about all that stuff is people don't understand about mob rules. It applies everywhere. So that's the only thing that I think that people were worried about. Because it puts the army, no matter who your boss is, even when you're changing power, in a real difficult position. So I think that everybody concerned was just trying to save lives there. Because I want to tell you something else that's going on. And that's if you look at the sky, it's that crescent moon and the moon. So that's going to set people off as much as a Twitter will, right there. They can just look up if there's not a cloud above their head and see that thing, and they're